Inshallah, we proceed to the next question, which reads as follows. What is the ruling on giving zakah to a masjid? What is the ruling on giving zakah to a masjid? Tamam. So this question is somewhat broad because a masjid may well have a zakah facility wherein they accept zakah and they distribute that to worthy recipients. But the question in its apparent form is referring to giving zakah to the masjid itself so that the masjid can, for example, utilize it for the building or for the maintenance of the masjid or for whatever other reason, even just the running costs of the mosque. So the standard ruling, according to the overwhelming majority of fuqaha of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, is that zakah cannot be used for this purpose, for the construction or maintenance of masjids, because it is obligated specifically to be given to certain categories of people, as per the definition of zakah. Zakah is a stipulated percentage of wealth that is given to a stipulated few categories of people in a way that has been legislated by Islam. These categories, these 8 categories, are mentioned in the Quran and, of course, elaborated upon in our fiqh. So, zakah expenditures are only for the poor and for those who are needy and for those employed to collect zakah and for bringing the hearts together. Mu'allafatu qulub. Mu'allafatul qulub is people who had recently embraced Islam and their hearts need to be warmed up to Islam. And for the freeing of slaves and for those in debt and for the cause of Allah, fi sabilillah, which is something that needs to be elaborated upon a bit. And then for the destitute or the stranded traveler who needs to get some assistance for their traveling. From the Quran, Surah number 9, verse number 60. So those are the 8 categories. Now, the minority opinion held by contemporary scholars such as Shaykh Yusuf al-Qaradawi and some of earlier times, and many contemporary scholars actually espouse this view, and some find it to be somewhat very problematic, while others find it to be very much acceptable. And this is the expansion on the concept of fi sabilillah, in the cause of Allah. So the original ruling applies to those who are literally in the cause of Allah. They are fighting for their lives, they are fighting to protect their deen, they are fighting to protect their country. So that particular category of people, fi sabilillah, originally, and according to the majority opinion, is restricted to only that cause. So the minority opinion is that this category may be expanded, especially in light of the fact that this fi sabilillah category is somewhat extremely restricted in the modern age. But the cause of Islam is still championed on other fronts, the fronts of education, of da'wah, of the masajid, of deen in general. So this minority view expands the definition of fi sabilillah to these other categories, and therefore you will find that some would state that it is permissible to give zakat to the masajid in light of this opinion, and that it is permissible to give it to other forms of furthering the cause of Islam. So it's a matter of ikhtilaf. I found that most traditional scholars don't approach this particular view very lightly. They regard this view as one that should not be followed. Wallahu subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. The safest, of course, would be to follow the majority opinion. But for those who choose to follow the minority view, there is a leg to stand on as far as those other scholars are concerned. And that basically sums it up. And we can find more details about this particular discussion on our Seekers Guidance Answer Service. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Barakallahu fikum. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.